Today we're going to make a nice roast for evening meal, or a 4 o'clock meal, 4 or 5 o'clock meal. I'm going to make some brown rice. We're going to have some roasted sweet potato and make a nice sauce to go with some mixed beans. And that should be a very nutritious and exciting meal. What I'll do at the end is I'll put up all the information on how much protein, carbs and fat is in the meal and how many calories. Okay, so let's get started. I've got some, I'm also adding some dried peas. I've had them soaking overnight in filtered water and I've got them on the stove now cooking slowly. So we're going to have the peas with the sweet potato, with the beans and the brown rice. The first thing I need to do is get the sweet potato in the oven. So I've already pre-washed this and I'm just going to slice them down the middle. I'm just going to cut them in half. That wasn't a very good one. Just to give it a little bit more time. Sweet potato is very good for you, and of course it's got the carotene in there. Very nice in the oven. Okay, so we'll now put that in the oven. Okay, well we're cooking brown rice today. I'm lucky enough to have a rice cooker. If you don't have a rice cooker and you want to start eating a lot of rice, it's probably a good idea to buy one. And they range from $20 up to a couple $100. Okay, with the brown rice, it's normally 1 to 2, and you don't have to rinse all the starch out of it. So I'm going to do 2 cups. And that means that I'll be putting in 4 cups of spring filtered water. Put that in there. So the sweet potato in the oven and the rice is going to take the longest. So that's 2. Got some more water here handy. That's 3. And that's 4. Okay, just a little bit of a stir. Turn the rice cooker and let it do the work. Okay, we just hit the lever down, and when the lever pops up, the rice is done. Okay, so that's done. The sweet potatoes in the oven now cooking away, and I've got the green peas on the stove. So what we'll do, we'll try and make a sauce for the beans, just to make it a bit more interesting. So I might use the Jolly Vitamix for this one. So what I have here, I've got 3 tomatoes that I've pre-washed. I've got this beautiful little capsicum. I've just got the seeds out of it. I've got a big spoonful of tomato sauce, tomato paste, excuse me. Big spoonful of tomato paste. And I've got a sweet chili dressing here that I'm putting in. But if you like, you can just put in some chili flakes. And what I'm also going to add to that is, I just thought of now, I'm going to add some coconut sugar. Okay, so here's the organic coconut sugar, full of beautiful minerals. So I'll put a couple of big spoons of that in. And so I've got that coconut aminos, or like soy sauce. You can use tamari if you like. Just make sure it's maybe gluten-free or low sodium. I don't normally measure too much stuff out, so I'll leave it up to you. Make it to your taste. I might actually add another big spoonful of the tomato paste, I think. So it's the organic tomato paste, so I just add a little bit more of that. We'll see how that turns out. So we put the lid on. Start off. Okay, I don't want this too smooth, so I'll leave it slightly chunky. Have the taste test. That is really nice. Now you can just do something as simple as this and just pour it on the rice. A couple of steamed vegetables of your choice, and that's a meal in itself. That's very nice. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drain the beans and put it in with the sauce and maybe heat it up slightly. Okay, so we're nearly finished. We've got everything cooked. Now what I'm going to do with these peas is I'm actually going to put them in the blender and make a mushy pea type of paste out of it. So the bowl's quite hot. And this can be used to put in other recipes. And I'm going to have some leftovers which I can sort of pack up, take to work tomorrow. Just scrape that out. Okay, I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of salt in there just to give it, bring the taste out. It's better to put the salt in at the end, so if you make something, you put the salt in and it doesn't taste quite right, add a bit more salt at the end, and then you're not going to overdo the salt. Push everything's down. Okay, we're going to need the temper. Okay, what I'm going to do is going to add a little tiny bit of low-fat soy, just to give it a bit of liquid to help it to blend. Love peas. Tastes really nice. Okay, so the rice is ready. Plenty of rice. Nice brown rice. You can use white rice, doesn't matter. Okay, we'll put some nice bean sauce on. Got the nice chilies in there, gives it a little bit of a kick. Put on some sweet potato. You can take it out and mush it all up if you like, so I just like it plain. And there we have it. A Rossel 4 evening meal. And I'll probably come back for seconds or pack some up for lunch tomorrow. What I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to make a nice pea soup by mixing that with a little bit of stock, low salt stock that I had left over from the other day. And that will make a nice pea soup for dinner, along with a nice piece of bread. Tonight I'm going to have the soup with a bazaar pita poke, This is vegan. It's low in fat, a little bit higher in protein, and the carbs are about 34 grams.